The call has gone out, adventurers are needed. On the edge of the kingdom, rumors of chaos chime. So gather your steel, your spellbook, your courage, the borderlands away. Out from the keep where the lanterns burn low, past the old road where the brambles still grow, steel on my hip and a map in my hand, I walked into tales I could scarce understand. The caves, they were whispering deep in the trees, with goblins and worse riding fast on the breeze. But the thrill in my chest was too strong to ignore, so I knocked on the dark and kicked open the door. Raise your blade, let the wild winds roar. We were lads with no clue what our steel was for, but we fought, aye, we bled, and we swore we'd return with gold in our packs and the wisdom we'd earned. We were young, we were bold, and we left in the dark, out from the keep, chasing the spark. There were signs in the stone and the chanting of air, candles that flickered though no soul was there. We went for the silver, we stayed for the sound of whispers and wonders below the ground. Something was watching behind all those eyes, but we never looked back and we never asked why. Raise your blade, let the wild winds roar. We were lads with no clue what our steel was for, but we fought, aye, we bled, and we swore we'd return with gold in our packs and the wisdom we'd earned. We were young, we were bold, and we laughed in the dark, out from the keep, chasing the spark. So raise one for those who never returned, and light a small flame for the lessons we learned, out from the keep where legends are born and the road rolls on, ever forlorn.
Oh, come ye lads and lassies bold, I'll sing ye tale from days of old, where goblins crept neath stone and tree, in thunder rift by shadowed lea. The village wept their treasure lost, the scepter true at bloody cost, stolen by a thief of name, a raven cloaked in fear and flame. Raise your steel and sound the horn, for justice rides with blades reborn. O'er ruins, halls, and dungeons' breath, we march to face the thief of death. From Kleinen's Vale the call went wide, for those who'd walk where shadows brave to keep beneath the ground, where traps and beasts in dark abound. The goblins jeered behind their doors, with the wolves that prowled the silent floors. But bold were they who dared descend to seek the scepter's rightful end. Now whispers tell of Raven's lair, with treasure deep and none to spare. But none can say what fate befell, for some return and some won't tell. So mark the maps and load the blade, for tales grow dim when heroes fade. And should you dream of fame or gold, the Raven's ruin waits still cold. Raise your steel and sound the horn, for justice rides with blades reborn. O'er ruins, halls, and dungeons' breath we march to face the thief of death. But hush now, friends, the night grows deep, and not all secrets rest in sleep. Just beyond civilized lines lies Hommlet. Shadows, stern secrets abound, all pointing to plots and dark powers. The Moat House awaits. Lanterns flicker on the hill, children laugh beside the mill. But peace is thin, the past is not dead. Beneath the roots, the darkness is spread. Whispers in Hommlet ride the wind, secrets wrapped in blood and sin. The Moat House crumbles by the fen, but stone remembers where it's been. Through mire and rot, the brave must tread, where bandits thrive and good men bled. Its drawbridge groans, its walls still moan. The Moat House stands, but not alone. Not alone. A stranger's coin, a whispered name, a dagger waits behind the game. Who stands with truth, who hides the lie? The wheel turns as heroes die. Whispers in Hommlet cry again. The wheel turns and the river burns, it never ends. Stand fast beneath the moon's pale flame, while Hommlet burns in dread and flame, in flame. The Moat House dreams in root and stone, and none who enter walk alone. Terror will chill you to the bone, the bone. Long ago a world was wrought, twixt twain evil fiends a pact was forged. Eternally these two had fought, hungrily upon all life the two had gorged. In order for them each to sate their need, an end they made of their quarrel. Foulest of the two would be the seed of the 7 fiends that would unfurl. Slyest of the pair would in the earth retreat, to rest his frame in the deepest sleep. As per their bargain, never again would they meet. Slumber they would have until they awoke to reap. The slyest one will sleep until upon the moon the raven's wing should suddenly cross. 10 brave souls will seemingly swoon, by battle's end his frame will toss, toss and turn at minstrel's song. And death will come and wake the foulest one. The 6 and 4 will lay the Fang. An unseen hand will make him run, but in the end remorse will creep his hand. The 10 shall know after death both fiends will seep into the hall of woe. Bad company forged in blood, death will they deny. Upon the river Styx they'll brew. Lost upon the road they fly, to Dwardelf they arrive. King's aid will they spark, dwarven nations shall come alive, bringing light once more unto the dark. King a Rockbeard prince once more shall be, under his banner will be succored. Bad company unto the world a light beyond all we'll see. Sonnets of their deeds we bards will sing aplenty. Company forged in blood, death will they deny. Upon the river Styx they'll brood, at last upon the road they fly. To Dwardelf they arrive. King's aid will they spark, dwarven nations shall come alive, bringing light once more unto the dark. King Rockbeard prince once more shall be, under his banner will be succored. Bad company unto the world a light beyond all will sonnets of their deeds we bards will sing aplenty. We bards will sing aplenty. With a boisterous grin, bold and wide, his armor a-gleaming, his double-bladed axe gripped in his hands. With wings spread behind him like thunder he came, and still Lyra laughed, saying, "Try keep up, ye lame, you lame."
fire and the Fang. They leap through the tempest, they charge through the clang. No beastie nor brute ever dare block their way. For Vandred and Syra, they'll dance through the fray. A hydra arose from the depths of the sea. Said, "Lass and young laddie, you'll not best me." But Vandred just grinned, his axe he drew fast, and Syra winked, "Let's make this a blast." Next came an evening with moonlight so bright. Vandred took Syra to Serenia's delight. The opera house rang with melody sweet, as the crowd clapped and cheered at their feet. Then off to a tavern, 4-star and grand, where the food and the drink were the best in the land. They dined and they danced, spun around with the beat, laughing and twirling in each other's heat. A moonlit walk down the city's great lane, their steps matched in rhythm, no hurry, no strain. The stars overhead as their shadows entwine, two souls now together, their hearts intertwine. Cheer for the fire and the Fang. They leap through the tempest, they charge through the clang. No beastie, no brute ever dare block their way. For Vandred and Syra, they'll dance through the fray. And there at the end, with the moon as their guide, they shared a sweet kiss, hearts open wide. A promise unspoken, but time will decide if their fiery love will forever abide.
Into the vale of Shale Norris came the Wizard of Scar, wishing to isolate himself from those who would be free. He called winter into stone. From winter's bosom he conjured black, ice rising into a wall to dam a valley, creating his hold. Then Garrus dreamt it open, halls from hunger, a crown from frost. Magritte set chain on that dream and claimed it as his own. Jimmo marched, the corridors learned to kill. From the walls crown nitrogen circles, owning the sky above. If we were chosen, I don't remember being asked, but regardless, to escape, we must stand. Unending teeth, unending teeth. We enter 'cause the veil won't let us leave. Unending teeth, unending teeth. The toll isn't cheap. The skies above belong to a dragon of frost. Only the frigid ground is ours to keep. Into the dark we must venture, through unending teeth, our ultimate adventure. Through unending teeth, through unending teeth, through unending teeth. Charcoal gauge has us now, the great door shut. shudder then seal. Breath turns to ghost and hangs, the hall listens cold and still. Shadows to the north and south, iron leaves to the east, the path is shut. We read the frost for murder, slip the spike and learn the toll. Shards sing, the threshold bites, we bind the cut and go. The death trap opens like a temple with no god. Hearth and seams net the floor, chains vanish into frost. The room inhales, stone rushes in, then exhales slow. The floor tilts and drinks our heat, the trench remembers names. Needles argue from the walls, a cold blue bolt keeps time. No chest, only bait, no favor, only less harm. We are smaller than the silence, and it never answers. So we learn the cadence, steal seconds from the gears, trade blood for passage, breath for one more step, and go. Unending teeth, unending teeth. We enter 'cause the veil won't let us leave. Unending teeth, unending teeth. The toll isn't cheap. The skies above belong to a dragon of frost. Only the frigid ground is ours to keep. Into the dark we must venture, through unending teeth, our ultimate adventure. Through unending teeth, through unending teeth. We came because the veil wouldn't let us leave. Doors closed behind us and name the dead. Threshold blood taught the lesson. The death trap taught the price. Scar raised the wall. Garrus dreamed it open. Magritte chained the dream. Jimar marched. Their quarrel made a maw, and we are caught between its teeth. Above, a white worm owns the sky. Below the gate, counts in teeth, not bells. Maps don't speak here, only numbers, steps, cuts, breach. No mercy answers back, no light but what we carry. Hope thins like steam on black ice, and still the way ahead is only unending teeth. We carve a corner from the cold, map a room into a home. Deal in iron, breath and silence, learn the faces we can trust. Sworn on shared rations, small fires, we make alliances in the frost. Rumors move like heat through gloves, of elsewhere doors that drink the light, of octagons and horrelled stone away beyond the veil's black bite. We keep a coin against the toll, a scrap of song to spend for luck. Hope is thin, but not yet gone. We hold it close and wonder. Unending teeth, unending teeth. We enter 'cause the veil won't let us leave. Unending teeth, unending teeth. The toll isn't cheap. The skies above belong to a dragon of frost. distant dream.
Deep in the hollow where the black woods weep, a temple lies shrouded in eternal sleep. The wind carries whispers of an ancient curse, a god forgotten for better or worse. Stone doors groan as shadows writhe, a chill that cuts to the soul alive. What lies beneath, no light reveals, the dark, the doom, the secret sealed. Call the endless void, a madness wrought, a world destroyed. Through dreams that twist, the black flame burns, forgotten now but soon returns. Echoes of chants from eons untold, in the temple's heart the air turns cold. The eye of Theristan, its gaze like frost, a riddle of ruin, the price all lost. Veins of fire in the cracked stone veins, a song of silence, a god's remains. Reality bends, the sane withdraw, a glimpse of chaos, the primal law. Oh, heed the call, the endless void, a madness wrought, a world destroyed. To dreams that twist, the black flame burns, forgotten now but soon returns. The flame that sleeps in the god's black maw awaits the brave or the fool to thaw. Will you cast the seed in the cursed ground and dare the void where no hope is found? Oh, heed the call, the endless void, a madness wrought, a world destroyed. Through dreams that twist, the black flame burns, forgotten now but soon returns. Oh, seek the temple, the ancient tomb, but know you walk to your own doom.
Flame flickers. The void stirs. The forgotten rise.
The wind good. The torches burn low, the hills cry out with the voices of men who swore on their steel but won't rise again. Won't rise again. Oh laddie, oh lassie, heed well this song. The night runs deep, but the fire burns strong. So gather ye close and lift up your hands. The last heart still burns in the heart of the land. Sing, oh sing, let the echoes ring, for the brave and the bold and the fallen king. Drums may fade and the halls may fall, but the fire in our blood will outlive them all. The black waves crashed on the cold iron shore. Ships never seen, they came seeking for war. But steel met steel and the thunder did roar, till silence remained where the battle once tore. Oh laddie, oh lassie, heed well this song. The night runs deep, but the fire burns strong. So gather ye close and lift up your hands. The last heart still burns in the heart of the land. Oh sing, let the echoes ring, for the brave and the bold and the fallen king. Drums may fade and the halls may fall, but the fire in our blood will outlive them all. Will outlive them all. And though the storm may take the sky, and though the stone may crack and die, our voices rise, a battle cry. We'll never kneel, we'll never hide. And though the storm may take the sky, and though the stone may crack and die, our voices rise, a battle cry. We'll never kneel, we'll never hide. Sing, oh sing, let the echoes ring, for the brave and the bold and the fallen king. Drums may fade and the halls may fall, but the fire in our blood will outlive them all. In Maine or Paul may find ye, in the still earth where ghosties be. The wind howls cold through the valley below, but deep within, lying castle on the embers, but our spirit still glows. Down low where the ghosties be, perhaps another shall lie still with thee.
Across the dust, the twilight weeps, where nomads march and silence keeps. A shadow grows beyond the dune, the master's will, a rising tune. They came as riders cloaked in flame, the signs were there, none spoke his name. But brave hearts rode from Darrakin's gate to pierce the veil and challenge fate. Raise the banner, sound the clarion's call. Through fire and fear, sand and bone, we shall not fall. From darkest halls to mountain sides, the red arrow rides, the red arrow rides. Batters away at blackened shield, the desert's master will never yield. Through Hill's dark lands the heroes crept, where secrets bled and serpents slept. The temple stood like fate's own pyre, its priests fed lies to blood and fire. A mask of peace, a god of war, they struck the heart, but he endured. And what they felled would rise once more, a warlord knocking at the door. Raise the banner, steel and pride, the nation stir, the stars align. By shield and song our hope abides, the red arrow rides, the red arrow rides. Batters away at blackened shield, the desert's master will never yield. To Rockholm's gate, to Glantry's tower, to Alfheim glades and twilight hour, they rode to sway the hearts of kings and bind the world with oath-bound rings. A storm of war, a tide unchained, the known world burned yet still remained. The juggernaut rolled, a god of brass, crushing cities beneath its mass. For when the call to stand arrives, it's not one sword, but many lives. Raise the banner, let it fly, from silver peaks to crimson sky. No tyrant reigns while truth survives, the red arrow rides, the red arrow rides. Batters away at blackened shield, the desert's master will never yield. So mark the tale and sing it clear of those who fought, who would not fear. From dusk to dawn the fate decides, when the red arrow rides and the black shield abides. Armor gleams in the morning light, steel hearts bound by fire. Knights march to the edge of the world, chasing a dark desire. The wind howls with a haunting cry, echoes of battles past. Crimson Valley calls to them, shadows are rising fast. A wizard joins their ranks tonight, cloak of stars and smoke. Mystic words and whispers low, power in every stroke. Staff of ash and eyes of storms, thunder in his veins. He speaks of the dragon sorcerer, bound by fiery chains. Through the valley red as blood, where the earth does quake, we march to face the beast of wrath. For the kingdom's sake, crimson flames and piercing roars, the battle will ignite. We'll fight the dragon sorcerer until the morning light. The path is dark, the air is thick with ash and burning stone. The dragon's shadow stretches wide, a kingdom overthrown. The wizard chants a spell of might, the knights unsheath their blades.
The clash of steel and magic sparks as courage never fades. The dragon rises, wings of fire, scales like molten gold. Its voice a curse, its eyes a void, a terror to behold. The wizard cries, the knights stand firm, their souls a burning flame. They charge the beast, their war cries aloud to end its deadly reign. Through the valley red as blood, where the earth does quake, we march to face the beast of wrath. For the kingdom's sake, crimson flames and piercing roars, the battle will ignite. We'll fight the dragon sorcerer until the morning light.
There is a man who sits by a great tree, a tree so old its roots grew into the heart of the world. The wind howls, rain pelts, leaves fall and snow bites. Still the man remains steadfast at his post. All night, every night by the tree he stayed. By day he slept in a tent nearby, and the tree sustained him with fruit. Beautiful golden apples it bore, but these apples were special. They more than sated his hunger. The golden apples invigorated him, and the man remained forever young. Year after year, decade upon decade, centuries passed, and 7 millennia still the man remained, never questioning his role, never pondering what could have been, standing still as the world turned on, standing still, oh, standing still. A dark storm brewed one day, from the hard eyes looked upon the tree. The storm had raged for centuries, but never came this way until today. It saw the golden apples and desired them. Eyes fell upon the man, the sentinel. And so the storm moved on, but it still desired the fruit, ever pondering its succulence.
There was a woman who lived in a hovel, born into bondage for generations. She knew her call day and sleep all night, never dreaming, never yearning to be free. Freedom was unknown, just labor, toil, awaken, feed, work and sleep.
The storm came upon the hovel and the woman, a simple being but of shapely form. The eyes beheld her and the plotting began, so it swallowed the hovel and the woman. One night, no moon, no stars, just the storm. After year, decade upon decade, centuries passed and 7 millennia still the man remained. But now he questioned his role, now he pondering what could have been, standing still as the world turned on, still standing, always standing. The storm returned to the tree, like before it passed the sentinel by. But this time at the base of the tree the woman awoke. The man and woman stared upon one another. The two were instantly smitten. In short order they became twain, and soon her belly was swollen. So the man built a house from the dead and fallen branches of his tree. He shared the golden fruit with her, and soon they bore a child. After year, decade upon decade, centuries passed and 7 millennia, still the man remained. But now he questioned his role, now he pondered what could have been. Still he stood as the world turned on, he stood for them, stood for love. The storm looked on, his plan fulfilled, so it came upon them and raged once more. Torn the man stood to defend the tree, but he looked upon his mate and child, and a choice was made, they fled. The storm laughed and swallowed the tree, devouring golden apples whole, so sweet, so deadly. Then the storm shuddered, poison filled its form, spreading like fire within, and in its death throes it wailed. The man, the woman, the child, heard the storm cry and watched it melt away. They returned to where the tree once stood. The man planted seeds, it took years for the tree to grow again. So long that the man and woman aged and died, but their child became the new sentinel, partook of the fruit, and so the cycle began anew. So still, so still.